Hey, what's up everyone, this is Sean and welcome to another brand new video here on the Magic and Thrills. Hey, what's up everyone, this is Sean and welcome back to another brand new video here on the Magic and Thrills. Now, some hot off the press, hot off the digital Facebook, Instagram, social media platform that Universal Orlando just dropped a couple of really rad photos of being in the parks of Epic Universe, in the lands, just a few hours ago. So I wanted to make a quick video just to update you guys and just to show you what it looks like in the park. So, because we really haven't seen yet, at least, anything besides drone footage or team members walking in through on TikTok and things like that, but not really anything besides a lot of recycled concept art and things like that. So these are the first official photos from Universal Orlando that are taken in the parks themselves, or in the lands I should say. And from a first look, for me, it's kind of crazy how eerily similar they look, which means that they really match the actual concept art almost spot on to what they were aiming for from a concept to the reality, because it doesn't always work that way. So first up, I'm going to show them to you here. So first up is going to be the Super Mario Land 1. So we've got the concept art labeled as such on top here. And on the bottom, we've got the official one, which is inside the park. And it's crazy how just detailed it is. I mean, this is obviously just kind of like from a photo from afar a little bit. But you can still see on the left and on the right just how, detailed everything is. I mean, it looks the exact same as the one in Hollywood for Universal Studios Hollywood. So it's not really a huge difference overall from that. I mean, there's some other rides in there, but from the actual aesthetics of it and the look of it, it does look kind of the same to me, but it still looks really cool. And from the concept art to the real one, it's just kind of crazy how much they match it, honestly, and that's really impressive, honestly. So that's one of them right there. Next up, we're going to go to the How to Train Your Dragon Land. Now, I have never seen the movies for this yet. That's going to be something I catch up on before I go to Orlando in a few months here in June to see this land in person. But, however, I can appreciate the concept art version versus the reality photo, the official one. And, again, they really, in my opinion, matched everything from the concept art photo, or the design, I should say, to the actual reality photo. And I've been hearing from mainly Twitter and other YouTubers online that they really, that team members are saying that this is the most kind of promising, encompassing family land that's been done in a long time as far as the theme park goes, where it's like not just detail, but the actual, just it's a very fun place to be, and people weren't expecting it, team members and their families were not expecting it as much as it really is, where they from the moment you walk into the land to how encompassing and how fulfilling it is, that kind of situation. So I think that's really rad as well, that they did such a good job on the actual detail of it from the movies, because I feel like it's hard to take, especially in this case, it's hard to take a movie version of what How to Train Your Dragon is from what I've seen of it in the previews and just and some snapshots of it, to what the actual real theme park version of it is. And again, from the concept art to the actual photo that's taken, I mean, they definitely try to match what the concept art looks like as far as that goes. But again, they did a fantastic job in my opinion, and of course, we will see what it looks like in reality once the actual park opens, and once all the even actually once the previews begin happening for annual pass holders. I mean, I won't be there for that, but I will definitely update you guys once they'll start happening, and just because I'm sure they'll be shared online like crazy, as they are supposed to be, or as they usually are from the promotion side of everything. But again, a super nailed concept to official photo taken for How to Train Your Dragon for that. Next up is going to be the Harry Potter Battle at the Ministry, or I should say the Paris version was what was taken. So again, above we've got the concept art version, which is, it is what it is. It's been there for many months now. But to me, as a Harry Potter fan, it really looks to me like they really went in detail on the books, because again the Paris version for Harry Potter, which again is based on the book inside the book essentially, because again it's based off of the separate movies that are not in Harry Potter, really technically speaking. I mean, they're from that world, but they're all based on the Fantastic Beasts book, which is the book that's in the movies of the main Harry Potter time frame. So they're a whole different world, essentially, but they are still tied in to the actual story itself, just in a different time period. But again, from just like, I had to do a double take, honestly, or even a triple take when I first saw this photo, because it looks so clear and quality and aged, and like the actual land itself. And I've never seen a photo taken or any kind of media yet that's been taken from inside the, like, on feet, to like a photo that's been taken by foot in the lands itself. So to me, it looks like exactly what I would think of. It would be looking like, as far as inside the actual land. I love how, because I've been to Paris personally. I've been to Paris, France, and they did a great job of really capturing the image of what Paris is, in my opinion, but also really tying in what the Fantastic Beasts world is like, and just the land that they pitched, honestly, for what this world would be. And I love the fact that, now that I've shown you 3 photos of it, and we'll go to the Dark Universe one in a moment, but I love the fact that inside each world, this is what I was kind of concerned about, is I love inside each world, or each land, if you will, that you cannot see or hear the other ones, to my knowledge. And I've heard no one complain about that either, because usually, meaning that all these lands are separate, apart enough to where you are, when you're in the world in that land, you will not hear any of the rides, any of the experiences. You'll hear nothing from the other lands, and that really is going to build on that immersiveness of being in the land and not hearing anything else. So meaning that hopefully the smells, not just the aesthetics of, like, looking inside windows and inside shops and buildings, but the aesthetics are one thing, but having to really encapsulate being in one world and not feeling like you're in the other, or not hearing the other lands, is going to be extra important. And I have not heard anyone say or complain about that part of these lands, where they're separate enough apart, like this, because again, Epic Universe is huge. It's a huge area of land, so it definitely seems like they really did master and space them out enough to where when you're in that land, you're in that land. And that was one thing I was personally worried about a little bit when it comes down to these, just being inside each land, because again, once you're in Celestial Park, you're going to separate out to go to the lands individually, and you're going to go through those portals inside the tunnels and experience them that way. So I'm very, very happy and very stoked to see from the photo here that the lands are high enough to where you cannot, like, look up and see another ride on some other land. I think that would be a really easy mistake to make, I think. But I'm glad, and I'm super stoked that they did not appear to make that mistake. Again, time will tell for that once you add in 40,000 people in a day, on people bringing things in and out and all that kind of stuff. But as far as, like, being in the land itself, so far it looks like they did a great job of not blending them together as far as the sound and the just the appearance of them as well. So that again is going to be from the Harry Potter and the Ministry of the Paris side. And lastly, we've got my favorite. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, but I'm also a huge horror movie and thriller movie fan. So this is going to be the Dark Universe. Now, they obviously took this photo at the bottom at a specific time of the day after it rained, I think. Because all the ground is soaking wet, it's a wet area. So, because in the concept art photo, it's definitely got the stormy vibe on it, just to add to the atmosphere of the concept art. But it looks like they definitely waited until after it rained to take this official photo, just to add to that nature of it, which is totally expected for that. But even then, it still looks absolutely fantastic as far as the actual, just the way that they built it. I mean, they matched it very, very well from this, in my opinion, from the concept to the real photo. And then again, it's not even nighttime in this official photo. So this was taken right during sunset, and it still looks extremely realistic and extremely creepy and very, very, again, realistic from what they were aiming for. And again, that's a huge accomplishment, because, and again, and to be honest with you, I kind of expected this because of the fact that they do so well every year with Halloween Horror Nights on building those worlds and building those houses every year from scratch. So the fact that this is not going to be, seasonal, it's a new theme park, so it's staying there forever, or, for the future at least. And I had no doubt that they would be able to, absolutely kill, no pun intended, the idea of making the concept into a real thing. But you never know. You never know with theme parks these days about how well they'll actually execute the idea. So from what I see on this photo, from the actual official photo taken, it looks like they absolutely just knocked it out of the park as far as the reality of what you'll be walking through. And again, I cannot imagine what this photo or what the scene, the land is going to look like at night, because really, from what I've seen and heard and everything like that, from all the research and just things I've viewed on YouTube, it looks like Dark Universe is really going to take off in the nighttime from just the theming and just how creepy it's supposed to be, and the theatrics and like the fire they're going to have and that kind of stuff. So I'm very curious as well about how they're going to handle the hours of operation for the park hours, because if you have a land that is primarily, at its peak during the nighttime hours, obviously in the winter that'll help for it to be an earlier sunset, but I'm very curious because the busiest time of the year is obviously the holidays and summertime. So I'm very curious if they're going to have late hours to really give Dark Universe the vibe it needs as far as just the darkness goes. Because even like their their roller coaster, I think it's like the Celestial Racers one, that it's like meant to be ridden at night. It's pitched as a roller coaster where at night it looks like an asteroid or a comet flying through space. So a lot of this park overall for Epic Universe is really kind of pitched, or the idea of it is really the theming is really meant to be seen at night. So I'm very curious about how the park hours are going to be. If they're going to be like really late at night to showcase the best of these lands. So again, these are the first, to my knowledge, the first on-feet photos. Like, so someone taking a photo, or Universal taking an official photo inside the lands themselves of complete, as far as I'm aware, complete lands and how they look in person. So again, let me know what you think about it in the comments. Likes, dislikes, what you think, if they matched the concept art all together or not at all. I mean, I think they did, obviously, but just let me know what you think about it in the comments below. I appreciate that very much. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.